Hey guys, what is up and welcome to today's vlog. I am still pretty wrecked. I did a night shift last night. I'm still recovering from being sick. And I've forced myself to wake up at 1 p.m. so that I can film this video and get back onto a normal sleeping schedule for this week, because there's heaps of stuff I'm doing. Tomorrow I'm waking up at 4 a.m, going back out to Tochigi, filming a whole stack of videos for you guys, which I'm super excited about. But anyways, Christmas is kind of coming early here at the Lucas's. And that is because this is the first Christmas tree me and May have ever bought together, and set up as kind of a family. I mean, even though we don't have a child or a baby yet or anything like that, but it's still a milestone, you know, when you set your first Christmas tree up with your wife and stuff like that. Anyways, it's kind of a little bit lovey-dovey blah for any of you guys that are single out there, and I'm sorry about that. Yeah, so we set up the Christmas tree, and Christmas definitely came early for the 33.4 with a whole bunch of motor oils. I've got new diff oil and engine oil that I'm going to be throwing in with a new filter, and then obviously this is the box for the oil disposal stuff here in Japan. Other things I'm going to do while I'm kind of doing the service is we're going to put that oil filter sandwich plate on so I can put my sensors in there and set up a couple more Defi gauges. And then we're going to finally put on the Otaka Garage banner, that new one I showed you guys a few episodes ago that I just keep forgetting to put on. So we're definitely going to do that today. So stick around. I hope you enjoy this vlog, and let's get started. Okay, so it's been a long time coming getting this banner put on, and I'm finally going to do it now before I do anything else so I don't forget. When you're putting on any type of sticker or banner or anything like that, the first thing you want to do is you're going to want to clean down the entire place where you're sticking it with a alcohol-based solution, a prep wash or something like that, just to get everything off so it's going to seal really nice. I'm not sure if I'm going to put it on the front or the back just yet. I'm kind of toying with the idea of maybe the back, but I'll think about that and I'll make a decision and then I'll act and then I'll set you guys up on a time lapse and you'll see what I decided to go with. So that took longer than expected. The moment I started it, I kind of realized that, you should probably have two people to do this job. But luckily this vinyl, it's the really high quality one with the special air channels in the glue. So it was really easy for me to keep pulling up and down and place it in the right position, then measure it, recheck, measure again, double check, and then make a mistake and then move it and all that type of thing. So got it in the position I wanted it in. It looks really good. I'm really happy with it. I really love these banners. But for now I'm going to clean up all of this stuff, my sign writing stuff, and then we're going to get it started on the service. And I think the first thing I'm going to do is diff, and then I'll work my way to the engine bay, do the oil change in the front, and put the sandwich plate on and the gauges. So yeah, going to get everything out and get started on the diff. Alright, so at this point you're probably wondering, Sam, why are you changing your diff oil? And the reason for that is whenever you have a mechanical LSD, so the one that has the friction plates in there, which is pretty much all of your 2-way and 1.5 ways and 1-way LSD centers, those friction plates are generally made out of some type of carbon, and when they grip together, some of that carbon can break off and go into the oil. Now, you've probably always heard people talking about how 2-way diffs and 1.5-way diffs or any of these LSD centers are normally noisy. Now, normally whenever they engage and disengage, done under acceleration or deacceleration, depending on what type of diff you have, they do make a little bit of a clunking noise, and that is because at the point of acceleration or deacceleration, that's locking the wheels, right? But what can happen is as you keep using it and the oil gets dirtier and dirtier and dirtier, it loses its efficiency and viscosity and all that type of stuff. It gets really dirty and those discs start to struggle to grip, and your diff gets noisier. It makes louder clunking noises, and just starts being a little bit unpredictable and things like that. And that is because you are supposed to change your oil whenever you take it to the track. So whenever you give your diff a bit of a hard time and expect it to do its job well, you should be changing your diff oil. Now, for me, obviously, I've done probably a fair few track days now in this, so I should have changed this oil a fair few times by now. But I was a little bit naughty, and as well, when I got this Nismo diff, I couldn't get any of the correct oil that I needed for it. And after a bit of hunting and scouring on the internet, what I was able to do was find out that the Motul oil is identical to the Nismo oil, same weight and everything. It's actually the same company that Nismo uses for their oil as Motul. So you can save $20 a bottle on it if you just buy the direct Motul version of it. And it's identical. It just needs to be fully synthetic, and the ratio needs to be 75 weight, 140, this stuff. So anyways, the oil that I put in this as a temporary measure, which was all I could find at the time because I was in a hurry and I had the drift event the next day when I threw this in, was some Cusco LSD oil, which isn't fully synthetic and it's not really good for the Nismo centers. So we're going to change this out now, dump it, see how dirty it is, and fill it up with the right stuff. Oh, look how dirty that is. Wow. That used to be clear and gold. So definitely needed a change, that's for sure. And there's nothing abnormal on the magnet either, which is really good to see. Okay, so we're starting to lose light really fast, so I'm trying to speed this up a bit, but we're just undoing the sump bolt, and then this is obviously going to go and fill this box up. So hopefully you guys can see all of this here. Now this is the sandwich plate that I picked up. That's going to allow me to have my DEFI sensors and stuff all hooked in so that I can get some readings. Now the way I'm going to do this is the two sensors are going to go here, and I'm going to block this one here because I don't have anything to go in there. Luckily it comes with some bungs so that we can do that, but for me to be able to do that is, once again, got to get your trusty Permatex Ultra Grey here. You got to put a layer around that because you don't want these guys leaking, and you do that for the sensors as well, not just the bungs. Alright, so it started raining on me, which absolutely sucks, and I had to quickly rush to get everything done, so I just kind of worked through the rain. And we'll lower the front of this now. Alright, there we go. The car's moving forward a little bit because the handbrake's not on. Awesome. Now, I've only put 2 bottles in, which will be 4 litres total, and RBs normally take around 4.5 litres to 4.9. So I got to start her up, let the oil go through the pump, and then we'll check the level and top it up again. At the same time, I managed to wire in the rest of the sensors and stuff, so hopefully they'll all work, and I'll set up another gauge later on. We'll just get this going. Sure we're in neutral. Put the handbrake on too now. We should see oil pressure skyrocket up. Yep, awesome. So that's pumping around now, and I can shut that off. That should be enough. And now I can check my oil level and make sure that if I need to top it up, we're good. I'll just sit you guys here for a second while I do this. I'll move everything out of the way. There we go. Might give you guys a nice view of it. I'm getting wet so bad. Alright, so I'm in here and I've just added another gauge pod, and I'm just sorting out and reorganizing all my gauges while idling the engine and trying to keep warm because I got really wet in the rain. Yeah, I'm gonna finish this up and then I'll show you guys what it looks like when I'm done. So I got all the gauges set up. I'm not entirely sure if I like having 5 here or not, but yeah, I'll play with it and maybe I'll move things around. We'll just see how things go. But as you can see, I've got my voltmeter here, I got water temp, I've got oil pressure, oil temp, and then boost. Obviously if I bring the accelerator up, you can see oil pressure goes up with it. Yeah, I guess that's my Defi gauges all set up. So I'm really happy that I got those sensors in today. That was another important thing I needed to get done. It sucks about the weather right now though. A lot of my tools got wet because it just out of nowhere started pouring, and I had to quickly run around and pack everything up. So anyways, right now I managed to get most of my tools just under cover near the door, so I'm going to turn the car off. I'm going to finish packing that up. Looks like the rain's picking up again, dang it. And then from there I'll talk to you guys and we'll wrap up the vlog. Alright guys, so today we got heaps done on the 33.4, which was awesome. I've been meaning to get some of that stuff done for ages now, so it was great to get that all done. As well as changing out that diff oil. That was always something that I was kind of a bit worried about. So now that the proper like weight and stuff oils in there, I'm kind of interested to see whether or not it's going to react differently at the track on the 28th, so that'll be interesting. What else? Obviously I got the banner on, which is awesome, and I got those sensors in and I wired all of that, and did a whole bunch of wire tucking and just like tidying things up under the dash, which is something you guys didn't get to see because of the weather and how it got dark really quickly. But otherwise, really happy with the progress of the 33.4. I think future mods are probably going to be a front mount intercooler and then a turbo upgrade, and then from there we'll look at maybe a forward facing plenum injectors and a link ECU. I'm kind of in the process right now of doing a whole bunch of studying on how to do like tuning, like essentially on an engine. So like jump in with an aftermarket ECU and tune it from 0 to a full blown tune, like no problems and stuff like that. So I'm watching heaps and heaps of there's like webinars and stuff. You can sign up through a website, I think it's called like High Performance Academy, and they're like the #1 guys, and they have like all these courses and stuff. It's like online university, but just for like how to tune cars. So I'm in the process of doing that, which I'm super excited about because I'm going to make videos about that and how I'm going to go through and learn all of that and show you guys what I do with road tuning techniques and stuff like that. So I'm super pumped. But otherwise, for the rest of the day, I am literally going to eat dinner and then I'm going to go and pass out because tomorrow I'm getting up at 4 a.m. to get to Tochigi on time so that I can spend a whole day doing a whole bunch of videos out there with Joshua. And we're going to N Style to hang out with the owner there, so that's going to be kind of fun. Anyways, guys, I'll catch you in the next video. I hope you enjoyed this. And yeah, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Ciao, mata ne.